It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. And Mike, 44. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Get it roll. West.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. This goes out right to Doyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Check three. Blue draw, Coco.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready. 10, touchdown. 44. Here we go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Slam.
Brissett. Left side, Doyle with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And an alley to run. 20, and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 48 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry! Motion! At 58.
Throwing, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Hey, alert!
Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Mike, 58, right there. Point it right.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Regular.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On second and goal, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first and 10, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Hines. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Yeah. Check 99. Check 99.
They run with Hines. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Strip the ball.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Brissett on first down. He's got Jack Doyle.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Doyle. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 13. Check 13. 66. Bullet. High. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run with Mack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Zoom. Mike's Fofo. I'm coming. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Shut up.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And this one's defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
58 to Mike. Check. At 58.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
From the 17, Mayfield flushed out right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run with Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
22 jet bomber.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Callaway on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Bravo. 53, Mike.
To throw, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield in a monster play.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys... go to work at the 21-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Landry, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you? And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Stepping up, he's going to keep it, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come. 61. Match box. Light. Exit.
On third down, Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Topper. Ball trot. Check. 50. Check. Hut. 53's Mike. Let it go.
Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And he's got Rodgers. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, it's Mack. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Down. 60 out low. Check.
And watch that.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Under crunch.
General West.
They'll try to run with Hines, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack, and he takes it. Second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run. Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And the Browns' 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry!
Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A toss play to Chubb. Fights loose. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield to throw it. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Joseph now to kick this one away.
The Colts take over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hines. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
44, Mike.
Now Brissett on 4th down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 67 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run again on first down, Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 43 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Colts take over first.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Brissett to throw on 1st. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, check 20.
66, bullet, high.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike.
Again, it's Brissett. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. To try again after the sack. Brissett, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.